Hey guys, welcome back again to Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof continues to be in the actual singing. I wanted to share something with you guys I found really humorous, and hopefully you'll find it humorous too, and it will give you the tools to really determine who is legitimate and who isn't, okay? It's very important. And I've tried to walk you guys through the process of this so you can determine. Now, KTVA may or may not be right for you, and that's okay. That's okay. You might resonate with someone else that, can help you on your journey for singing. But what I do want to point out is something that I found fascinating, and that's this. There's several vocal coaches, but one in particular who's running ads on various vocal coach sites, one being mine. And by the way, business is better than ever, so it's not like I'm walking you through the process not only of what it takes to be a great singer, but how to identify good information. So let's go down this path with me for a second. Humor me. I've given you guys a lot of free information, so just humor me for 2 seconds here. This coach is espousing and putting on other people's websites that scales are counterproductive. Let's just start there. I am not aware of a single legitimate vocal coach anywhere in the world that would agree with that. Let that sink in. I'm not aware of a single legitimate vocal coach that would agree with that. Let that sink in. Why is that important? Well, here's why it's important, is because it's the equivalent of a pharmaceutical company saying, take this pill, you don't have to exercise, you don't have to eat right or do anything. You just take this pill and you're good to go. These guys will say anything to sell you something. Now, in fairness, you could say, well, Ken, aren't you trying to sell me something? Well, yes and no. I'm giving you information, and if my information works for you and you want to buy my course, cool. Yeah, I am. I'm trying to sell a course. I'm not trying to sell a course to tell you that you don't have to exercise to get healthy. And I'm also going to get to the posture thing in a moment. But also, if KTVA is not right for you, that's fine, but I can give you tools, and I've given you 400 some odd videos to prove that, right? By the way, this isn't a defense of that. I just want to educate you guys. This is really important. I've educated you on how to sing, but also how to identify a really good vocal coach. So in addition to that, let's back up for 2 seconds. The first thing is, if someone is telling you that you don't have to go through what the standard has been for 200 plus years of amazing vocal coaches raising amazing talent, saying you don't have to do this over here, take a pill, and they're trying to sell you something. They're trying to get you into their funnel. Now, why does this vocal coach advertise on people's channels? That's a big question. Why can't they develop their own channel to prove their own voice and their own students' voices to prove that what they're saying is true? Well, because they can't. Because they can't sing and they're not developing talent. Really important, like red flag, cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Get your brain around this stuff, guys. Again, KTVA may or may not be right for you. I'm down with that. I'm good. But I want to try to give you tools to understand if you're getting good, legitimate information. Now, the same vocal coach said that posture doesn't matter, and he flip-flops and he tries to sing a note and this and that, whatever. It's utterly ridiculous. Well, again, I'm not aware of a single legitimate vocal coach in the whole world that would agree with that. So what that tells me is that this person is willing to say anything to sell you something. Now it gets more interesting, so come on along the ride with me, stay with me for a second. I don't know if I would call this serendipity, I don't know if I would call it divine providence, or chance. But my own son, his name is True, wants to get into online marketing. It's his big deal. I teach singing, he wants to get into online marketing. And my son True just happened to be at a conference in California. And ironically, this vocal coach was speaking at a conference not on how to teach people how to sing, but how to teach people how to sell online marketing. Now, the video clip that you see in the ads that he's running, think about this, let this sink in, is not from teaching people how to sing, but teaching people how to sell. That's a big deal. For me, it is. So I want you guys to let this sink in, absorb this. Now again, KTVA may or may not be right for you, and that's totally fine. I'll continue to give you stuff, and hopefully it helps you. And again, everyone needs to make a living. I'm down with that. What I'm trying to do is say, here's a bunch of free tutorials that will help you grow your voice. If you see a benefit from that and you want to take your studies further, then take them further and I can help you go further. I may speak a language that doesn't resonate with you, and that's totally okay. And there's a lot of great vocal coaches out there. But if you run into a vocal coach that tells you scales are counterproductive, posture doesn't matter, just visualize yourself singing, blah, 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 that's a good motivational speaker at best and a used car salesperson at worst. And I want you guys to have the tools to know what information is legitimate or not. By the way, guys, thank you for my rant. It's just, I have spent so long trying to help you grow and try to give you good quality information that came very hard to come by for me. Very, very hard to come by. And I had to go through those guys to get to the good stuff. So if you can come along the journey with me, I promise you, I'll only give you honest, legitimate information, and I'll demonstrate it myself and students that can do it. Ask them to do the same. Let that sink in. Anyway, Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof continues to be in the actual singing. Thank you for joining me. Hey guys, if you like what you heard, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to get notified when I have a new cool video come out, you need to go to my channel and click on this little bell icon, and it will actually notify you every time I have a video come out. Thanks guys.